What's going on, everybody? I'm Primalliquid and welcome back to my Final Fantasy X Transcendence mod playthrough. We are now on part number 9, and as you guys may have suspected from the title of this video, there's a little something important that we need to talk about. Now, I've been going over like a lot of the comments from previous Transcendence videos, and I noticed that like a rather common theme among commenters is losing a lack of interest in this mod, which I can understand, but I think there's one big thing that people are forgetting right now, and that's we are yet to see the big change. And I don't mean, you know, something that's going to happen way later or anything like that, no. It's like the big changes for Transcendence are mainly tied around the job system. You know, the job system and the redone sphere grid. So because of that, we're not really going to experience the changes until we start to get some levels. Once we start getting a whole bunch of levels, especially now, you know, that we're using shared AP and that, once we start to get a bunch of the shared levels, we're going to start moving through the sphere grid quicker, which also means we'll start seeing more distinction between the characters. We'll be seeing more distinction between them. We'll be seeing, you know, like how they play differently and things like that. And that is going to be what makes this mod interesting, at least in my opinion. You know, like the actual job changes and the sphere grid changes are, to me, what this mod is all about. It is unfortunate that, you know, on the YouTube side of things, that yes, the mod will be a little bit boring at the start, just because, you know, we're lacking levels and you need so much EXP for a level up, which means we're not going to get to see or experience like the vast majority of the changes early on. It sucks, but it's just the way the mod is, you know? Like, now that we're here in Thunder Plains, oh, I forgot to fix Veilfer, didn't I? Yeah, I forgot to fix Veilfer. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, no. Okay, I don't know how we're gonna go about doing that. Whoops. Yeah, so, like, that's gonna be one of the big things, you know? When it does come to this mod in general, like, the vast majority of things are going to be just related to the ability changes, you know what I mean? So it's like, we're just going to have to get some levels, which now that we're in Thunder Plains, we will start doing. Like, we will start to get more levels now that we are in Thunder Plains. And because of that, we're going to experience more individual changes. And that's where, you know, the differences are really going to start coming into play. Yes, it's a little bit slower early on. Like, I'm not gonna dispute that. It is a bit slower early on in terms of, you know, potential enjoyment and things like that. But it's going to be one of them where, you know, the more we level, the more we go through, the more different that things are going to start getting. And that's where, you know, things are really gonna change. So I would say, like, hold on the judgment. Obviously, you know, you can judge things we've already seen. You know, we can definitely judge things we've already seen. But for those specifically who are, you know, going on like, oh, mod boring, like not interesting. You know what I mean? For you guys in particular, just give it a little bit. You know, obviously, you know, you're welcome to judge now if you really want to. That's entirely up to you. My opinion, though, would just be, you know, hold up a little. Just hold up a little, and let's see what the actual deal is once we start getting some levels. Like, that would be my opinion anyway. But again, you know, opinions, they are very oh, I've got no way to revive without Veilfer. Crap. Did not think of that one. Can I sleep him at least? Nope. Okay, at least I got the overkill there. It's gonna be really bad. I'm gonna have to bring Yuna in. Like, I'm just gonna have to bring Yuna in and do it this way. I have no other way of actually doing it, and I'm also gonna have to revive the others. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep bringing Yuna in now, like the Thunder Plains, until I can like fix the save and put Veilfer back in the party. That's just the way we're gonna have to do it. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, just don't judge just yet. You know, like the thing with opinions is everyone has a different one. If you are adamant that the game is, well, I say the game, if the mod is, you know, just ridiculously boring, then that's up to you. But it's one of those mods where, you know, things can change a lot later on. Oh, I can't even revive with the Summon Veil for. Well, crap. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll just have to deal with it, I guess. I would prefer water though, then I could overkill these guys as well. Oh, no EXP for Tidus and no EXP for Riku. Sucks, man. Sucks. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna keep swapping unit in and out of the party. Because obviously Tidus gets a guaranteed first turn. Let's pray to the statue, just so we can start getting cactus. I'm gonna start bringing unit in and out with Tidus, because Tidus has first strike. So, at the very least, we'll be able to get Valefor out pretty quick. And then we just murder everything with Valefor for now. It will be much easier once I start getting some levels and, you know, getting some... Ooh, hello. Hello. You know what? I don't even need to bring Valefor in for this. Because Struggle actually is a guaranteed hit. It's 100% accuracy, which is really freaking helpful. Oh, and I slapped it. I wonder if I could overkill it with Walker. Let's see if Walker can overkill it. No, Walker can't overkill it, and it does, like, no damage. And it ran away. Are you shitting me? God damn it. God damn. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, start summoning Valefor there, I think. Well, not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. I tell you what is actually an end of the world, though. Holy crap. I think some of you guys might actually laugh at this, to be fair. But for those of you who know, and for those of you who don't know, I imagine most of you, however, know that for the past like month or so, I've been having like a lot, and I do mean a lot, of like bad dental issues. So I've been you know, going to the dentist pretty much non-stop for the past couple of months, and it was a case of going in with one problem, coming out with two more. You know what I mean? Like really bad issues, basically. So in the end, I just got sick and tired of it. Like, I got really sick and tired of it. So what I've gone and done is I've gone and got a second opinion. Like today, actually, like this morning, I went to a different dentist. This time I went private. So no NHS or anything like that. Went private just to see basically what they would say. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to see what they would actually say. To see, you know, if their stories matched my normal dentist or if they didn't. Now, for a little bit of backstory, my usual dentist, he actually retired at the start of this year. Okay, I'm not going to kill that. My usual dentist retired at the start of this year, and another practice took him over. All the problems I'm having, I should say, like, right now, are with the dentist that actually took over. But I went for, you know, this like second opinion today. I was there for like an hour. Oh, there goes Yuna. I'm gonna have to. I need to escape. I really need to escape. I'm gonna game over here. But yeah. So I went for the second opinion. I was there for like an hour, like a good solid hour, basically. Had, you know, the x-rays, he fiddled around all inside my mouth. Okay, that sounded kind of bad, actually. No YouTube clips, please, no YouTube clips. But yeah, so he fiddled around and all that. And turns out, both my current dentist and my old one are maybe not as good or helpful as I initially thought. Turns out there's actually quite a few issues, and they're also extremely bad, like extraordinarily bad. So now, like, I'm not gonna give you like all the info. We're just gonna do like a TLDR because I don't want to bore you guys with this. But essentially, what I've got to do now is I'm past the point that like a regular dentist can help, basically. Like, my teeth are apparently just really fucked. Whereas previously, I was told that my teeth were healthy, it's just bad staining, you know, don't worry about it. Like, that's what I was originally told. And now, however, like, he took all the x-rays, like, he walked me through every individual tooth, like, both x-rays and actual pictures and that, to show me all the damage and that. Turns out, yeah, like, I just can't do, like, a regular dentist now. Like, they just can't help. Wait, did he just boost? Why did he boost? What? Why does Walker have boost instead of a skill? Okay, that's weird. But yeah, regular dentists just can't help me anymore. Like, the damage is too far gone on a vast majority of my teeth. So all this, you know, all this time, like the past few years, I will say, like, as a teenager, I didn't really take very good care of my teeth. I think that's kind of obvious, you know, especially just by the staining. But I did start around my, you know, early 20s. Well, by that point, you know, damage was done, basically. It's like I was just trying to delay it. Well, that's what was ending up happening at the end. Like, I was just delaying the inevitable. But as far as I was aware, you know, that was it then. It's like, teeth are going to be fine, you know, it's like, they'll eventually get there, you know what I mean? But no, they aren't. So now, I've basically, you know, got two options, pretty much. One option is I can pay through the nose, like royally through the nose, to get like a bunch of remedial work done. But the downside with that, the downside there is the teeth are still gonna have to be removed at a later date. Even having a bunch of remedial work done, all that's going to happen with that basically is it's just gonna delay the inevitable. You know what I mean? Like, the damage is done. The teeth cannot be fixed now. So it would just let me keep my teeth for, you know, a few more years, and then eventually they would have to come out and be replaced, basically. Or the second option is I cut the middleman out. I just choose to get them replaced. So, like, you know, no remedial work, just get them all pulled, get them replaced, pretty much, which sucks because, unfortunately, both options are not cheap. Oh, but that's a problem for later Primal. The cost of dental treatment is a problem for later Primal, not this Primal. I don't want to worry about it just yet. Oh, god damn it. But yeah, it's a bit of a shit one, you know, it's a bit of a shitty situation just all around. Unfortunately, it's one of them though, you know, it's one of them basically. It's not much can really be not much can be done about it, unfortunately. But it's not the end of the world, you know. It's like I will get it sorted. Just haven't quite decided on which way I'm gonna do it. But I mean, I need to wait for the specialist appointment yet, because they're essentially the ones who are gonna say, okay, your teeth are fucked. This is what the best course is. You know, like this is going to be the best course of action. So I've just got to wait for that, basically. Once I get that knowledge, then I can proceed forward on, you know, which I'm actually going to do, basically. Whether I'm going to go for the remedial work now and then, you know, sort them out in the future, or if I'm just going to have them all removed and replaced now, basically. So yeah, that's where I am. Basically, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare situation. And then there's also I need to actually speak to like the private dentist that I was at today, and get them put their like findings in a report. Oh, I forgot to replace you in a crap. Yeah, get them to, you know, put their findings in a report, just so that I can start taking legal action against my quote-unquote previous dentist, because at this point it's all but medical negligence. You know, they misinformed me. They have missed God knows how many issues. Like, it is a royal shit show in my mouth now, basically. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking at starting some legal action on that one. Because at this point, like, what else can I do? You know, like, what else can I actually do? Like, it's kind of just like up shit street, you know. So it's one of them. Just one of them, really. So nice little update for anybody who is interested in the ongoing drama of my dental appointments. Unfortunately, they're not over yet, but at least now, like now that especially now that like we've gone over everything. Like when I say gone over everything, I mean we were literally having like a 5-minute conversation on each individual tooth. You know, like that's the level of detail we went in. You know, what's wrong with it? How can it be, you know, fixed? Like what options we have, and just all that pretty much. Like it wasn't even just like, okay, this is the one thing you can do. Like it was, you can do this, this, or this basically, and then he broke down like the pros and cons of each one for me. So at the very least, it seems like, you know, a good dentist today, but thankfully nowhere near as bad as before. thankfully. So now it's just a waiting game, pretty much. Like it's just a straight up waiting game now to see what happens. Get the referral over and done with, and then go from there. Although I have booked in again for tomorrow, just for a couple of more immediate fill-ins. Like these aren't gonna fix the issues, like not even close. I know he did actually suggest some crowns as well, but crowns are way too expensive. That's not going to happen because I've got a holiday at the end of the month. So I think what I'm going to do now is, you know, just get some like normal fillings and that, just for short-term relief to remove a lot of the issues I'm having right now, and then just go for the more long-term option. Because the way I look at it, right, and you know what, I'd be curious what you guys would do in this situation. Like I would honestly be curious what you guys would do in this situation. I know it's a little difficult to decide what with you not knowing like the level of pain or discomfort that, you know, I end up with my teeth. But it's just like, you know, would you do this? Would you do that? You know, like, I know it's a bit imaginary, but it's the best we can do under these circumstances. But yeah, like, I'm curious what you guys think. Like, would you guys go for the costly but long-term option? So, you know, that's like, big cost, but then things are sorted for the very long term, pretty much. Or would you go with they're still rather expensive, but like half the cost, basically, of the short-term remedial work, and then still having to do the expensive option in like 5 to 10 years. You know, like I'm curious which route you guys would actually go with here. It's like me personally, I'm just gonna go with the long-term option because I think, you know, long-term that's gonna be better. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be freaking hella expensive, but it does, however, mean that once it's done, it's done. You know, like I won't have to worry again, basically. So that's my thoughts anyway. Plus, I mean, it also means like I don't have to pay for remedial work now and then for more work later in the future. Just get it all done in one go, pretty much. But again, like the specialist is going to be the one who decides that, because it's like the dentist I saw today. It is past general dentistry now. Like this is too far gone for a general dentist. Which it's one of them, you know. It's one of them. It sucks, but there's nothing else that can really be done in this situation. So we'll just have to see how it goes, unfortunately. But I'll keep you guys updated anyway. At least in terms of, you know, like the future health of my teeth in general. Like they shouldn't be really getting that much worse. I mean, obviously, like the damage is already done. They're not gonna get better or anything. And because of the infections and that, I can't think of the word he used. But basically, like a lot of my teeth are like dissolving from the root up. So imagine, you know how like with tooth decay and that, it starts from the top, and then you get a cavity, and then it goes down. Well, apparently because of my infections being so bad, this is like, it's starting from the root. And he showed me on like the x-rays and that, how like the roots are meant to be pointed. But some of them, it was like they were flat. You know, they were like completely flat. So it's like someone cut them off with a saw, basically. And that's just the bacteria destroying my roots, pretty much. And it's those teeth that nothing can be done with. Like, this is a process that you can slow down with antibiotic use, but you're never going to get rid of it. And it's like, you're never going to stop it either. Even with antibiotics, it's never going to completely halt. It's just going to be slowed, pretty much. So that's also one of the reasons why I'm going with, you know, the long-term option. Just get all them out and that, and move on with life. But you know, it sucks. It sucks. Well, I'm gonna keep you guys updated anyway, because I know, like the previous videos that we've been talking about it. Like, I know you guys have actually had quite a bit of input, to be fair. You know, like there has been quite a lot of input in general regarding the dentistry issues, which is always nice to see. You know, I like it where, you know, I can be forefront, honest. I don't know the right word. Like, honest makes me sound dishonest at times, where like frank, maybe. Yeah, like, I guess I enjoy where I can be frank with you guys, and then you guys also come at me with, you know, like the just general responses, feedback, just general conversation. You know what I mean? I love things like that. It's more fun. Like, it keeps things interesting. And then also, you know, you guys can point out, you know, directions that I might not even have thought about, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, so far, anyway, like I was given antibiotics today. Also, fun fact, my antibiotic prescription is 4 times as many as I've like ever had before. Basically, that's also how bad the infections are, I should say. Yeah, 4 times my usual dosage of antibiotics. It's double the strength and double the duration that I've got to take them for. So I think that also shows like just how bad the infections are. But what really, you know, what really annoys me the most though, like this past month specifically, like obviously, you know, I've been having appointments for the past few months, but this past month specifically, I've been going to the dentist. Like, I've gone to the dentist like 3-4 times in the last month, right? And I've said every single time I've gone, I have an infection in the bottom left. Like, bottom left of my mouth has an infection. I need antibiotics. Because, like, I think I mentioned this in a video, to be honest, where, you know, I was like, look, I've got all these symptoms. I've got, like, a bit of gum coming out, like, around the tooth. Like, it's oozing a bit. Horrible taste in the mouth. Pain. Cheek is hot. You know, like, all signs of an infection. Then there was, like, a small abscess as well. Also a dead giveaway for an infection. And just nothing. No antibiotics or anything like that. It was always a case of, oh no, it's just like, it's just your tooth, like there's no infection there. And it's like, no dude, like I know what an infection feels like. I've had a few in my time. It's like, it is an infection. It is that kind of pain. Well, then today went through, you know, all four parts of my mouth, because, you know, like when they x-ray and that, they do it like top right, bottom left, top left and that, like they break it down into quarters. So had the x-rays, and yeah, there's quite a few infections. And guess what, you know, the lower left that I specifically told the guy, like I specifically told my my usual dentist that, look, there is an infection in the lower left. Yeah, it turns out there's more than one. There's more than one infection down in that side. I had my wisdom tooth removed like ages ago in that. So all that I've got left there now is like 4 teeth in that section. 3 of them have infections, which is great. And guess what? That's exactly what I've been saying for the last goddamn month to my usual dentist. Oh man, you know what? I need to drop this topic. I need to drop this topic because I'm actually getting annoyed now. Like I'm gonna start ranting. Like I know I've already kind of been ranting. Okay, I know this has already been a rant. But dude, like I'm starting to get annoyed, and if I get annoyed, that's gonna be like rant. You know, that's gonna be me getting angry, ranting. So yeah, it's probably best if we just pretend this conversation it didn't happen. Oh. God damn it! Like I've irritated myself now. But no, it's like at the very least, like I can slow the loss down. Cause like I've already cut like fizzy drinks out entirely. Like I'm just not having fizzy drinks at all now. Like I'm just drinking like juice, cordial at home, and even then, like it's non-sugar, like non-sugar juice and that. Well, no sugar juice. And then from there, just gotta quit smoking. Basically, like that's gonna be the big one. I think the quitting smoking. It's like I'm gonna be cutting down. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. You have got to be shitting me, dude. Oh, it's Ultimate Hardcore all over again. It's Ultimate Hardcore all over again. That bitch best fuck off, man. That bitch best fuck off. I do not want to fight here. Like, there's gonna be no way at all that I can get past her. It doesn't help though that the next cactus statue that I need to pray at is right next to her. God damn it. But yeah, like I've completely cut like fizzy drinks out of my diet, which, as most of you I assume are aware, fizzy drinks are the biggest ruiner of teeth. Like they are the biggest ruining factor when it comes to teeth. The smoking I'm cutting down before the holiday, and then after the holiday it's gonna be cold turkey. You know, both for like it'll save a ton of money, and then also the fact, you know, it'll also help my teeth. It'll help my gums. My gums are gonna be a long recovery. Like that was said. Like gums are gonna be a very long recovery now. So like it's gonna take years basically for my gums to get sorted, but for my actual teeth, yeah, I mean that's just a case of pull them and replace them pretty much. Oh man, it's gonna suck, but you know, it's just one of them. Yeah, I'm doing everything I can now to get on top of that situation. Once you're on top of it, you know, no problem. Like that'll be fine then. It's like I just need to see the specialist, figure out what's going on, and get a time frame like scheduled for that. Well, then again, one thing that I might have an issue with is if they're gonna pull them all. In fact, you know what? Like, does anybody have experience with this? I mean, obviously I can ask the specialist, and to be fair, I probably should have asked the dentist today, but I didn't think of this question. Has anybody had like a lot of teeth replaced? Because if so, like what is the procedure for doing it? Because in my mind, right, what I assume would happen is they would put me out. You know, like they wouldn't just numb me for so many removals. They would just like gas me or something and put me out, and then they would surgically remove them. You know, like they'd lance all my gums, they'd rip them all out with pliers, and then I don't know if they would wait for things to heal before they do like the replacements, or whether they just do it there and then. I have no idea. But then from there, it's you know, like the big thing that I might have there is if it has to be like a hospital environment. You know, like if it has to be like a hospital, and the main thing for that, for me personally, is the cannula, right? If you don't know what a cannula is, it's that like big jack-off needle that goes like in the top of your hand or between your knuckles, or just like directly into your vein. You know, like they put it in different places depending on, you know, what it's being used for. But that's the big one for me, okay? That's the big one that I am overly worried about, mainly due to the fact I'm not the greatest with needles in general. Like needles are slightly irritating, but they aren't terrible for me, you know. The big problem I'm personally gonna have with it is the feeling and the blood. So once it goes in, like, I'm probably gonna get like really woozy. Like, I'll start feeling really sick and that. Just because, like, the sensation, you know, it's the same with whenever I have a blood test. Like, if I have a blood test and that, the minute that needle goes in my veins, like, I start feeling really sick. Ironically enough, though, I'm okay with, like, you know, COVID injections, flu jabs, things like that, like needles going in the arms and shit, I'm okay with. Even with, like, needles, numbing needles at the dentist and that, like, once they go in the gums, hurts a little, but I'm fine with them, you know? But then with the actual, oh, man, with the actual, like, cannula with the size of that needle, that's gonna freak me out, especially right once it is removed, because, like, I'll never forget this time I had to take my sister for, I think she had kidney stones removed. I'm almost positive she had kidney stones removed, but the nurse came and, like, removed her cannula and that when it was time to go home. And oh my god, the blood just splurted out. Like, the blood just straight up splurted out. It was disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Oh man, right, you know what? I'm gonna go into the next zone to get a checkpoint, and then we're gonna come back and pray at the third statue to get 3 cactus. But yeah, like, oh man, when they removed her cannula, the blood just shot out like a water gun. I fucking heaved when I saw that. It's like no one warned me it was gonna be that bad or anything. Like, I'm just sat there waiting, you know, to, like, drive her home and that. And then the nurse just pulls the cannula out of her like, I think it was, like, between her knuckles, basically. They pulled the cannula out, and then, like, a bit of blood just fucking shot across the bed. Like, literally like a fucking water gun, just a stream of blood. So I see that and I'm just like, fuck. Like, just went dead lightheaded and all that, but it's like, that wasn't the needle that did me. What did me there was the blood, right? If you, actually, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on video or stream before, but I have a phobia of blood. Like, I can't stand the sight of blood. TV blood, game blood, not a problem, but real life blood, I can't stand the sight of it. Like, it instantly starts making me feel really sick, really dizzy, really lightheaded. You know, it's like, I've had to go for, I want to say, like, 4 blood tests in my life, which I don't know if that's good or bad, you know, considering I'm nearly 30. Like, should I have had more than 4 blood tests at my age? I don't know. But yeah, like, I've gone for 4 basically, and well, 4 or 5, somewhere around that. And there's only been 2 blood tests. 2 blood tests that I've been for, where, you know, like, I didn't feel sick, I didn't feel woozy, I didn't throw up or anything like that. And both of those times, like, I can already tell you exactly why both of those times. It was because, one, the nurse was actually freaking amazing, to be honest, like, absolutely amazing. She was, like, really good. You know, sort of like keeping you calm, keeping you distracted, that sort of thing. But the big one, I think, really is. Wait, no, I've already said the distraction. Yeah, well, the big one's the distraction, basically. It's like they keep you distracted. But then also the fact that they got the vein first go, you know? Once they got the vein, that was it. Like, fine, you know, just get it over and done with. So it was over super quick, those 2 times that I was fine with. The other times, and the times that I end up with problems mostly, is where I'm either not distracted enough, you know, like, I'm either not distracted enough, or they can't get the vein first go. If they can't get the vein first go, I'm pretty much guaranteed to, you know, start feeling sick, getting woozy, lightheaded, and all that stuff. The worst one, the absolute worst one I've ever had, though, was, ironically enough, and I think some people are going to laugh at this, it's when I went for an STD test after, like, I split up with one of my exes a while ago now. I went for an STD test. Just as standard, like, I had no symptoms or anything like that before anyone starts commenting. I had no symptoms. It's just like a standard thing for me, you know, just a standard thing. I simply went for a test, you know, just to make sure that, you know, nothing had happened or anything like that. Right, that one's not gonna start glowing again, is it? Let's just move back a bit and we'll see if we can get it. I'm fairly sure that is the third one that I need, but now I don't know. I'm not too sure now. But yeah, like, they couldn't get the vein on the first go. They couldn't get the vein on the first go. So they had to swap arms. And that's where my first problem really came in. And, oh, I'm actually getting a mobile call right now. 1 second, because this might be important. Okay, and I am back. Oh, man. You know, when they say things happen in threes, I don't think they meant, like, just single-digit threes. Oh man, what a fun call that was. I'm not gonna get into details on that. That's definitely personal things. Before anyone starts worrying, it's nothing major. Actually, then again, it might be slightly beneficial, to be honest. And oh, now we can fight 3 characters, and you know, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fight some fights here on the Thunder Plains, just to get some levels, I think. But before I do that, I'm gonna fix Valefer, just at Mokalonia. You know, we'll fix Valefer, get Valefer in the party, and then we'll do some farming to get some levels going. Because at this point, we definitely need some levels. So like, we'll get some levels. We'll start getting some new abilities actually, and this is where, like, you know, diversion? No, not diversion. Fuck, I said the word earlier. Either way, this is where the jobs are going to start playing separately, because we're going to start getting some abilities for them. Oh my god, my mind's just all over the place at the moment. Anyway though, everybody, I am going to be ending this video here. I'm going to do Valefer, I'm going to do a little bit of grinding, and then we will be back later, where we're going to go through Mokalonia. You know, we're going to do Sphere Morph, we're going to do Crawler, which Crawler is going to be a weird one. Like, I have no idea how Crawler's gonna go, especially if we have Valefer out at the very start, because Crawler negates magic and summons counters magic. So, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with that one. That one's gonna be interesting. Let's see if the game freaks out on that one, shall we? Oh man. But though, guys, I do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, then please be sure to smash that like button and drop a comment down below. I'd love to have a conversation with you guys about anything we've talked about in this video. And of course, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more content. As always though, everybody, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.